And you know, this the side of drilling that these little kids don't see. This the side that these kids are not prepared for. And the worst part about it is, this is just the beginning. You got to understand, these individuals got life without parole. They haven't even been in prison a whole year, and this is already happening. And this is why they always say, karma ain't got no date. It may not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. But what goes up must come down, and you got to accept it the same way you dished it out, bro. Crazy word.
Is that Chris?
Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. It's Look at Jay here, y'all, back with another video, man. And today or tonight, y'all, we got a crazy and wild video to talk about. Now, it seems like we got another update on the whole Foolio situation, and it's been reported that the guys that were charged and convicted of taking his life, 2 of the guys have been stabbed and put in critical condition, and they're hospitalized, and social media is going crazy because they haven't even been in prison for a whole year. Now, we're gonna talk about it and get into it, but before we do, real quick, y'all know my little routine. Just hit that like button, you feel me? And comment tapped in if y'all tapped in down below. And also smash that notification bell. So for one, bro, I can keep y'all updated on this situation. But also, bro, y'all can just be notified anytime I drop a video in general, bro. Now, as I said, bro, we got another update. And this time, it seems like we got an update on Foolio. Now, we all know back in 2024, Foolio lost his life after celebrating his birthday on June 23rd. And it shook the internet. Not that people were surprised, but people were surprised that he actually finally got caught because he'd been getting hit at for the longest. Well, after that, we all know a month later, 4 men got arrested, including a woman. And recently, 4 of the men ended up being convicted to life without parole. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't get a death penalty, but they're never going to see daylight again, according to the Florida court system. Now, after watching surveillance and seeing the actual shooting, we seen that there were 3 people that were actually targeting Foolio and were responsible for being behind the gunfire. 2 of the main shooters being 18-year-old at the time, Sean Gathright and Isaiah Murphy, late 20s. Now, these 2 guys ended up being the guys responsible and the quote-unquote trigger man. And it's been reported that these 2 were actually stabbed and hospitalized behind bars. Now, multiple blogs have been posting it, and people didn't understand where it came from. Now, first it started off, a guy that goes by the name of Own Rap, because I went and did my research. 2 guys that posted it. A guy that goes by the name of Own Rap, which I'm assuming he was real cool, Foolio. He posted Sean Gathright and said, "Pull through, LOL, hashtag long live 6." Now, listen, if you anything like me, your best day out the month is payday. And if you wish that came a little sooner, I could actually help you with that. There is a banking app called Current right now, and they're allowing you to access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. Now, if we being honest, everybody likes to get paid, but who wouldn't want to get paid early? Now, this is not even the best part. With Current, you get a full set of features such as paycheck advance, the fee-free overdraft, but of course, the paycheck advance is my favorite. But if you just focused on building credit, or just a better way to manage your money, bro, they do all that in one app. Now, I actually rock with the app. Of course, that's why I'm partnered with them. Now, if you scan my QR code, it's gonna send you to a sign up page. And once you go there, you create your account, put your information in, go through the regular steps, and order your Current card. Now, after you complete those steps, you're gonna see an option pop up, and it's gonna ask you to use my promo code, which unlocks the $75 once you switch to your direct deposit. So make sure you go through the full sign up process so you don't miss it. Now, if that don't sound sweet, I don't know what does. This app is literally helping you stay on top of your finances. Paycheck advance, money management. How sweeter could it get? Shout out to Current, bro. And people were confused because if y'all don't know, bro, Sean Gathright, after watching the trial and all that, he had no business and really did what he did to Foolio just for the fame. Like, he didn't know Foolio from a can of paint. He just wanted to be cool. But also, one of Foolio's close friends, a guy that goes by the name of Trey Boy, who's currently in prison right now. But he was real close with Foolio. He grew up Foolio, and he actually posted it and said, "Get up, ghost, don't die," right? Laughing, and said, "Rest up, 6," and tagged the guy and said, "Got blunt," which is a guy from their hood. And the guy that he tagged went on to repost something and said, "Rest up, 6," and put up a knife and blood, insinuating that, you know, some guys got stabbed. And it started going around, and everyone from their city was posting it saying "Long live 6" or whatever, saying "Get back" or whatever. So it seems that word got around that in prison, these guys got stabbed. Now, after doing research or whatever, the same guy that we were just talking about, Trey Boy, who was like, actually, like I said, I did my research. He grew up with Foolio. He's Foolio, a real friend. He ended up commenting up on one of the blogs and said, "Not Ghost, it was Sean. I got the wrong call, but I'm gonna keep y'all posted. LOL, they gotta go." #6. And then there was a post delete of Sean's sister posting him, but I don't know where the post went. Now this is crazy. The reason why it's crazy because everybody was in there saying, oh my God, they getting mad for Foolio, and it's only been a sermon a day. Bro, do y'all not know that Foolio, regardless of if people liked him or not or loved him or not, he's a big face, right? Especially in Jacksonville. Forget that, Florida too, like Northern Florida, wherever that little area, they got real love for him, man. Y'all gotta understand, in prison, all you gotta do is have money, and when you got money, you got connections. Now, it's crazy because, like I said, Sean Gathright was literally not a part of the Jacksonville War. He was the guy, Isaiah Chan's, also known as Gutter's sister, ex-boyfriend or something. Like, he wasn't even a part of whatever they had going on. He just wanted to be down, and to see him get stabbed up is not surprised. This is the same guy that after the situation happened, when he got interrogated, was trying to jump out the ceiling, going crazy, losing his mind, which you can already tell he was finna fold because he probably didn't expect to get caught, which no killer really gets suspected. But this is the same guy that also, after he got sentenced to life without parole, he was crying, bro. All the other guys took their lip to the chin, and then you can see this guy literally in the courtroom breaking down. So it's crazy. People are saying that, you know, bro gonna get beat up and all that, but I'd be surprised if bro don't turn into somebody's personal pocket. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but I'm saying that to be realistic. He's in there with guys that got life, and he's one of the guys that also got life without parole. There's no way he's gonna be able to handle that without God himself. Like, bro, look how small he is, look how young he is, and he don't even come from that background and lifestyle. So they're gonna eat him alive in there. And it's like, I really hate that happen to him, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, also, people really don't think that this guy Trey Boy is actual like Foolio, real homie, and that he don't have no real reference. But little do y'all know, this the same guy that when watching the Foolio trial admitted that, which I don't know why he said that, if he's supposed to be a street dude, but admitted that he saw them 3 guys that were on trial, or 4 guys fighting for their life, whatever, with the Foolio case. He literally went on to talk about how he saw them on his cam or whatever, like his home cam, and said they had been plotting on Foolio weeks before the situation had happened. Now, when the trial was going on, he put up a post on his story and said, watching the trial made me so mad because we seen them same 3 niggas outside my ish land. I called bro them like, pull up, we got them. Ain't nobody react. But if they did, we would have handled that business and 6 would still be here. And for the ones who know, I bet they think like, dang, they regret that ish. Then he followed up and said, 10 years on probation is crazy with your low online. That's the only reason I came back to prison. Watching them niggas on my camera when I got in the house had me in my feelings, because if this was back in the G, that ish would have went totally different. Freedom real pull up boys who got to see the hot, who had to see the hot. I probably could have did it myself, but 17 shots wasn't enough for 3 Ks. I was being smart, not scared. My girl had more heart than you niggas. So as you seen, he literally talked about before he went back to prison, that the same guys that was on trial were laying outside his crib trying to catch Foolio, and said he caught him, but the people that was around him didn't react on time, and said that's why he was even in prison in the first place. Now, this is so crazy because when you watch the trial, they literally said that they had been watching Foolio, plotting on him. Even, like I said, the dummy Sean Gathright, they literally got like his iCloud or whatever, and they went through his phone, subpoenaed his phone. Right when Foolio was in the Airbnb, posted that he was in the Airbnb in Tampa, this idiot literally screen recorded himself trying to find every Airbnb that looked similar to the one that was on Instagram. Like, they were on Foolio head so bad, and it was a post. It was a point of time inside the trial where they had took a picture of Foolio car sitting outside somebody's house, and they would just want to see exactly what car he drive. And realistically, after looking back at it, they weren't gonna stop until they got Foolio, and especially Rashad Murphy, because of a situation with his little cousin or a little brother or something. So it was all in for them. Like, it wasn't no thinking, and that's why they ended up the way they ended up. But it just effed up. But like I say, this is what happens when you live that life. You know, this is only the beginning. One thing about it, a lot of these guys be real tough when they got these big old guns in their hand. They can kill and hide and do all that. Or you go in that jail, it's mano y mano. You ain't got no weapon. Of course, you can make you a knife, whatever. But like, you can't go hide in the suburbs and come back and drill and shoot out the car or whatever, use a weapon on somebody, catch them down bad. In jail, it is completely different. Not only that, jail gonna show you what you really made of. See if you tough without a gang behind you. Because you know, a lot of people tough outside with weapons in, and when they hold gang with them, but when you catch you down by themselves with no weapon, you see the real in them. And when you in jail, bro, you don't know who. You don't know who love Foolio. You don't know who dislike Foolio. You don't know who want to just try you just because you look green, because you knew. It's just all down bad, and a lot of these guys don't think about that, and that's the worst part about it. And what's even worse about that is, Brody, you got life without parole. You know what that means? Life means until you die. It says sentence to life, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I seen like 1090 Jake, because you know he was in prison in Florida, went on to say that when they go look at their release date, the guys that got life without parole, it say 9999999. That means till you lose your life. So you don't know who loved Foolio. You don't know how many of his homeboys you're gonna run into. You don't know how many of his little loved ones that loved him that's young and growing up, and now they may feel this type of way. Like, that's why, but you gotta be careful. You take a man's life, you better be willing to take his son, because you don't know who loved him and who's coming up on them, bro. Crazy situation. But hey, at the end of the day, at least you got a chance to fight for your life. Foolio is gone and he never coming back. So in a way, it's a life for a life, sadly, bro. Karma do the all, man. I hope them boys stay safe in jail. Hopefully they find God, because God is the only one that can protect them in a situation like that. Because hey, whew, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, man. But give me y'all thoughts and opinions down below, and let me know what y'all think. Are y'all surprised? Do y'all think this is cap? Do y'all feel like this only the beginning? Do y'all feel like they will pay for what they did? Or just let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all already know who it is, bro. Look at Jay. Thank God for another day, man. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. Christ with y'all so much more than I ever will. And yeah, bro, I'm out, man.